just like that, we're back in it for Ms. Marvel episode 5, Time and Again. Last we left off, I was excited because we went back to partition Pakistan or whatever, back in time. And this, okay, so this episode I found much more enjoyable for me. This is a fucking terrible Marvel Cinematic Universe thing, though. That it has like nothing to do with Marvel shit at all, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I think it's very funny that they applied the exact amount of care that they'd clearly shown the amount of interest they had in the clandestines plot or whatever.
Yeah.
Just that, like, that lady turns into a skeleton and just dies after, like, one line.
It is fucking insane. They totally, like, just wanted to make a, like, humanity story of Pakistan and, like, a family or whatever, and then they shoehorn some Marvel shit in there. Because there is so much time and effort and everything in kind of showing who Aisha was, the great-grandmother. And, like, kind of what her story was, her, like, falling in love with Hassan and them having her grandmother. And, like, all of that stuff is very, very cool. The British coming in, separating India and Pakistan, and kind of, like, the riots happening. All of that stuff in a half-an-hour show. Very cool. And then somewhere in there, we have Clandestine just getting fucking annihilated, her powers coming back, Kamran getting more powers, and that's about it in like a 5-minute span over the whole like 40 minutes or 50 minutes or whatever. It's insane.
It's so funny how little the showmakers, like, they don't care about that stuff. They want to spend minimum amount of time on it.
Yeah. You could see it coming like a mile away, where like the trail of stars or whatever that brought her back to her father was probably going to have something to do with the fact that she went back in time. Like when she goes back in time at the end of the last episode, I think it's pretty clearly like, oh, she's the one that helps bring her back to her father. That makes sense now.
Yeah.
It was really more the Aisha stuff. I really like all that stuff of her.
That stuff was really good. Yeah. I actually think the Kamala stuff is like, fucking why did that happen? Why did we need her to go back in time to do this? It's because, like, they couldn't justify spending all this time on Aisha, which is the story they cared about otherwise.
Dude, it's a story I care about. So I've actually I've liked the Kamala stuff in general, like whenever she's doing stuff here. I absolutely love the Aisha stuff and Hassan stuff. And it's like 20 minutes.
Ooh, way more interesting story.
Totally. Yeah.
Like, it had actual stakes. Like, I don't know.
It almost feels like that's what they wanted to do originally for like a series or something, but they had to have it. Like, they're fitting too much shit in here, and it's just funny because it's clear they don't give a shit about any of that Marvel stuff that they're obligated to do. They really care about the human story of... I think they kind of like the idea of maybe even her being a Jinn as well. Like, I don't think necessarily they are against her being kind of an otherworldly being falling in love with a human during, like, this weird oppressive time in their history. Like, I think that's all fine. It's literally all the modern day Marvel stuff the showrunners do not give a fuck about at all. It's so obvious. This episode has made it so blatantly obvious how little they care about it.
Yes. God,
that's
purple
great too.
Rock into skeleton is my new, like, favorite terrible way for a Marvel villain to die. It's so funny. They're just a skeleton.
So they were always bad villains, but like they're extraordinarily. I love how they're thrown away like just shit on somebody's shoe or something.
Yeah.
They're scraped off of the MCU.
It's the perfect end for those characters that nobody cared about.
Yeah. It seems like the big thing here was what's her name dying, like Najma, I guess, dying, like empowered Kamran somehow. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on with that. Her like essence or whatever went into him.
Yeah, whatever.
That's weird.
Like the Highlander.
I guess there can be only one Jinn left. Do they like get empowered as like they die or something? The others die? It's just so many.
I have no
it's
idea.
like rich people,
I
right?
mean, this is basically, yeah, sure.
You have $1 million. If you split it up between less people, one person can be a millionaire rather than a million one-inaires.
It's just like Crusader Kings.
It's exactly like Crusader Kings. That's true. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that. It is starting to feel more obvious why this series exists. It's to set up this, like, this giant cataclysm, right? Is really the thing. Like, the characters that are part of it are kind of secondary next to Kamala and her family. But, like, the thing is that there needs to be a catastrophe, I guess. And this is where it starts. I don't know. It's weird. This thing's weird.
No, the fact that we got the like big portal thing and it's just dealt with like immediately, it was just it's very funny to me, but it's not like good.
Yeah. Not like funny. Ha ha. Funny weird.
It's like funny like what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Why is this the show that got made?
So the other thing I think that really came to light here too is just how many strings of things they had running, because they had to deal with Aisha and kind of what happened there. They had to kind of do some reason as to why they brought up like India's partition by the British colonies and all that sort of stuff. They had to work in what happened to Aisha. They had to work in the grandmother's story somehow. They had to make it all work. They had to work in the villains that have been going for the bangle. They had to work in the fucking event that happens or whatever, where the void or whatever the hell they call it, just the veil starts like leaking. Yeah. They had to go back because it feels like they forgot about Bruno and Kamran. So they had to give some time to that. Oh, and also the Department of Defense or whatever is still here. So they had to do something with that too. It's insane how much shit they have going on here for how little they care about any of it.
Yes. They just made it so needlessly complicated. But because like when you just establish things by like 2 lines of expository dialogue to like establish things that are important, then you need like 2 lines of expository dialogue to clean it up later too. I don't know.
I guess.
Like,
can we take a minute to say how funny it is that the bangle isn't a source of her power, really, but it's kind of more like a nightlight or something, like a flare gun, a cosmic flare gun for that moment of like she uses a bangle so that her kid will like remember her or like be safe. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's like, oh, the bangle worked. Oh, okay. It was always just supposed to bring, like, her daughter, but, like, it was given to the wrong person, obviously, to her in that point in time so she could figure out what happened to her mom. That's so fucking ridiculous.
Dude, it doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand.
All the power of the cosmos is a cell phone call across time, essentially.
They just like stacked up so much shit to like not have Kamala make her arms go big.
It is insane. Yeah. Oh man. And they still have people I want to hear from.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
We haven't seen Kamala's dad in fucking episodes. That dude is awesome.
What I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. There's still people that even haven't had screen time in a long time now. Oh, what a mess. Absolute mess.
I gotta know how the election goes, man.
Yeah, the results. I couldn't remember her friend's name, but I want to see more from her too. I kind of want to see just more of the Jersey stuff. I kind of want the like fun, energetic notebook jot style on the screen of things happening, because that was gone completely this time around.
That's true. She never talked on her phone.
Right, yeah. It's fucking weird. This thing has changed almost every episode in what it's doing, and it's crazy to me. And I'm going to say, I don't think it's good. Like, I think everything it's doing is making the things I liked about it worse. I think it's worsening all the qualities I liked before.
There's good stuff in here, but like as a whole, it's such a fucking mess.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn.
It's crazy. I would like a series of Aisha and like that time period or whatever. That seems great. I want an actual Ms. Marvel series focused just on Kamala and like her getting her powers. That would be great. I want like a series based on maybe clandestine, maybe do them properly or something. That would be okay. They're trying to do it all in one thing, and it's really bad. As boring as Falcon and Winter Soldier is, at least it feels like that had a clear vision of what it wanted to do in each episode, maybe. This really feels like they wanted to do something, but they were told, no, you have to do this, and then they, like, did the, like, kid thing of, okay, well, I ate one broccoli, so now I'm going to eat my ice cream dinner. Like, that sort of thing.
No, totally. It's totally like, all right, I will do the thing you want me to do, but I will put in the bare minimum to get it done.
Yeah.
God, the way they just resolve it, it's like there was nothing there. It just fucking, she's just like, but your son you abandoned. All right, I'll sacrifice myself and become a skeleton.
Yeah,
this lady who like killed her family member over getting this bangle.
I love it because she forgot about Kamran. Like, how are we supposed to remember if she forgot? Fuck, it's insane. Red Dagger just walks away. Like, he's just like, okay, well, peace, I guess. It doesn't seem like he's going to come to Jersey. He's going to stay there, I guess. I don't know. It didn't seem like he's going to go anywhere.
We only got one episode left. Not enough time for that.
We have one episode left, and there's so much.
Maybe if there's a season 2, he'll come back.
Yeah, maybe he'll get his own show. I would not be that interested in that.
I don't think he's gonna get his own show. All he does, he threw some knives. That's it. He doesn't have any powers. He just wears
they were
a
pretty
fucking
good
bandana over his face.
They were pretty good throws, though.
He killed fucking Belt Dude or what? I don't know. Or did the other guy kill Belt Dude? I don't remember who killed Belt Dude.
I don't remember. One of them got hit by a truck.
He killed one of the clandestines.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, exactly. So if there's like a silver lining to this sort of thing, is it seems like the bangle definitely is not her power thing. it was like a story, I don't know, MacGuffin that they threw in so things could happen in the series. So that's good. That is like, obviously it is a source of power. It's an artifact of some sort and it has power in it, but I don't think it's going to have much to do with her at all going forward. Maybe, hopefully they could take, what I'm saying is that they wrote it in a way that they could actually give her real powers, and this was just kind of the thing for this series, and I'm hoping they do that.
Well, the thing that makes me think it's going to keep being important is because it's a Kree artifact, so like that's actually the thing that links her to Captain Marvel.
Yeah, no, like it'll be important in the story. I just mean they wrote it in a way where it's not the source of her power.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like the soul source.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is a source of it because she's used it. So yeah. Yeah, no, it'll probably be
it's
important.
Like, yeah, it's unlocking the power that is in her. So theoretically, she could unlock her own powers without the bangle, and maybe it would be different.
You think Kamran dies and then like puts his weird ghost spirit into her?
Then
and
it really
that's
would.
What does it?
I mean, then we really
Highlander.
would be Highlander. Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping we're just MCU Highlander.
Very funny. I'm down. I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh, I see. You introduced clandestine just so that they could die and empower the real hero. All right, I'm in. Now it's okay.
The thing I realized as I was going through those early Miss Marvel comics again was there's a giant alligator in there. So clearly what every MCU show needs is a giant alligator. Because that definitely helped Moon Knight. And, this show would just be better if it had a giant alligator. It'd just be a better show.
It wouldn't be worse. So that's at least true. But yes, it probably would be better.
If every MCU show had a giant alligator, you could go into every MCU show going, well, at least the giant alligator is going to show up at some point.
True, but there is the saying that if every MCU show has a giant alligator, no MCU show has a giant alligator.
Oh, true. But living in the not giant alligator world,
yeah, I'm ready in the worst timeline.
I'm ready to be in the other timeline.
Yeah, we're definitely in the worst timeline where Ms. Marvel is actually kind of the worst MCU product out there. That's the worst timeline.
Still has to be better than Eternals, right?
It's the thing is that it's probably Eternals as messy.
Sure.
So take that for what it's worth.
Sure. I'm less bored than I was during Black Widow.
Watching this? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say any of this has been boring necessarily.
Yeah.
Just weird.
That's the thing I will give it points for. Like, I'm not watching it every week being bored. I'm like, this part's good and this part fucking sucks. Like, fucking, why did this happen? Why are these the choices that were made? But these other parts are good. I don't know.
Yeah, because even the bad stuff really does have like train wreck type qualities to it, where the main villain just gets like killed out of existence in 2 seconds. Like, just basically the Marvel equivalent of being shot.
Yeah, she gives up her entire like identity as being a dickhead. Because Kamala's like, but no. And she's like,
it's weird.
It was just the weakest fucking shit.
And she like even agrees. She's like, what about Kamran? You stole my family. Don't don't steal his or whatever. She's like, yeah, you're right. And then she kills herself.
Yeah. It's like fucking bizarre watching a show that's like willing to talk about fucking Pakistan and India partition, but like can't write a villain that like has a plan.
It's insane. It is so yeah. Oh my god. It's crazy how weird this thing is. This show really, really is. Ugh, man. There's no, I don't understand how this got through, kind of. How did this get through I guess they probably just, well, we greenlit them, so it couldn't go too bad, right? Like, do they even watch the stuff they're putting out there? There has to be a plan for, like, a bunch of... There has to be a reason why this is all okay. Maybe this is all just a dream. Maybe the end of episode 6
so.
as Kamala wakes up and just be like, oh, weird, what a weird dream. Okay, back to being Ms. Marvel now. She hasn't even worn her suit, which is weird because... all of the images, the promo images of her for the show are her in her suit.
I mean, that's just MCU shit, though. That's MCU being on its MCU shit. To be like, that's the thing. A lot of what's bad about this is like stuff that's like systematically bad about the MCU. Like that when it goes wrong, it goes wrong in a lot of these same ways because of however their pipeline works.
I suppose so. Yeah, I think I'm just.
It's just the things that are good about this are so different. Is the bigger thing.
I think I'm just being less okay with MCU bullshit as time goes on, which is why when you get your Moon Knights, when you get parts of this, Loki to some extent, not really. Like, Falcon and Winter Soldier's biggest problem is that it's super MCU and very little anything else.
Yeah.
But, like, so, like, they do interesting stuff with these stories, but at the end of the day, they're made by the same factory, and that I'm kind of sick of that factory, I think. Like, and it's becoming worse and worse as we go. I think that's it, yeah.
I don't know. Like, because, like, what I'm here for with MCU stuff generally at this point is just, like, make me think of a comic book that I'm just gonna like more, that I like more. Like, just let me use it as a way to, like, go care about something else that's better. So... And when they tried to do that with the clandestine, I was like, "Oh, god damn it!" But I don't care about this fucking at all. At all.
I am not going to read about clandestine. So fuck.
No, I did. I read like I was like, I don't even fucking know what this is. So I like fucking tracked it down. I read a bit about it. Read like an issue. I was like, but this is fucking boring. And has nothing to do with what's in this show. Like, it's both. It's both, like, literally nothing to do with what they're doing in the show, and also on its own. I don't care about it.
Yeah. The show has made me just want to read Ms. Marvel, because that's the only way I'm going to get the stuff I want, is by just reading through the run or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Because this has shown me that this is not going to be a way to get that. No. Just straight up, this is not the way to do that.
Yeah.
I did want to call out one more thing, specifically. Mewish Hayat, or whatever, however you say her name. She's the one who plays Aisha. I think is so fucking hot. Holy shit.
She's fucking great.
She is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. And she's great in this, too. I mean, that whole part is really, really good.
No.
But, yeah.
And like,
it's really sad.
Remarkably better than the last couple episodes have been.
It's so sad, too. It's such a sad part. Oh.
Yeah.
It makes you hate.
Like, again, like, a lot of that stuff has just, like, way more fucking balls to it than I would ever expect out of an MCU show. And it's not, like, a lot, but I just wouldn't expect them to green light actually talking about this stuff.
It makes you hate Najma more, which is why it's really disappointing that Najma has no powers and isn't special and dies so, like, erratically. She's literally the MCU version of an off-screen death in this, essentially. Like, it's... I don't know. It's infuriating. Basically, what I'm saying is hashtag justice for Aisha is now going to be my trending thing.
She knifes Aisha, and then, like, you're supposed to, like, feel empathy for her, and I'm like,
yeah, fuck her.
Fucking fuck her. What are you talking about, Kamala?
Yeah, I guess I didn't understand that either. What 16-year-old kid sees something like that happen to somebody they care about or is part of their family and is like, no, you need to be there for yours? Like, no, fuck you. The reason why I don't want you to die here is so I can slowly kill you later. I'm gonna strangle you with my arm.
Yeah. That felt so... like disingenuous. Like, it just didn't make sense that was how Kamala would feel about that character, or that is how that character would fucking react to any of that stuff and go out.
Absolutely infuriating.
Partially because of, like, how much of just a dick for no reason they wrote her before that.
Yeah. No,
like, she was ready to kill Kamala just because Kamala, like, went to a fucking wedding and didn't, like, had shit to do. Like, fuck. She was gonna go along with your plan. You just were impatient. So you wanted to murder everyone.
It's so stupid. Ugh. I mean, at this point, obviously. We're going to see the last episode. Because, honestly, I need to see what they do. Because I have no idea where this goes from here anymore. At all.
No. That building blew up at the end. That was cool.
And that's how it just, like, cuts to black right after.
Yeah.
So, obviously, that's going to be, like, a direct continuation of that point. But yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm guessing she's gonna just be back in New Jersey because there's not a 26-hour flight between India and New York or whatever, or anything. Newark, I guess. That's not a thing.
Yeah, Star Wars rules. Like, you just travel any distance in like 5 minutes.
Exactly. Yep. I'm just annoyed at what this thing has become, but also kind of aghast and in awe of what it's become at the same time.
Skeletons, dude. I could not have predicted skeletons.
Like rock skeletons or something?
Well, they become like purple rock monsters, and then like the rocks fall away and they're just like skeletons underneath. You just like see a skull.
They're just like death geodes or something.
Yeah.
All right. I have nothing else. Do you have anything else about this?
No, I think that's everything.
All right.
God.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the last one. Jesus Christ.